Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in. We just got all geared up here. We've got some Missouri armor on. We've got the Dragon Hunter crossbow and then some enchanted bolts lined up. You guessed it, we're going to Vorkath. I've also got my Warhammer with me because I'm pretty sure we can spec him in the beginning. I think that's a thing. It's been a while, but hopefully I'll be able to remember all the mechanics once we get here, and then we'll get some good drops out of the deal. We just took our boat to the Ungale location, and now we've just got to climb over these rocks and poke Vorkath, and then we're in. Pretty sure we protect from magic for this one. I'm also gonna sip some of these potions. I think we need both of those. Let's give this a shot. Oh, we connected with him. That's could be a good thing. If I could remember to switch my weapon, it'd be a better thing. Oh no! I completely forgot about that special attack. No way. That's crazy. Yeah, see, it's been a while. Oh, we got that one out of our system. We'll do better, guys. I knew that he had that special attack, but for some reason I thought it would be a few more seconds before he actually pulled it out, so it completely caught me off guard there. That's funny. Hey Rainbow, thanks for joining. It's going well so far. That's funny. I think we have to pay like 100k to get our stuff back, so it's not quite as bad as when we were losing at Vardorvis and a few other bosses the other day. It's not like we have to pay like 500k, so we'll recover. That's funny though. Can you imagine if that was the whole stream? We poke Vorkath, we shoot him twice, then we die. The end. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we paid an even 100k, so it was an expensive 3 seconds, but well worth it. I'm just gonna rearrange my inventory here. Luckily this nice fellow here is a very diligent worker at the dock. He holds on to my stuff for me until I come to collect it, so pretty simple to get it back. Now we're gonna click on him. We'll go back to Ungale and we'll try it again. Vorkath's actually pretty chill. It's just that I haven't been here in a long time, so I gotta relearn the mechanics, but once you've done it a few times, it's really like, I don't know, there's nothing too crazy about it. Alright, here we go. Let's pretend the stream starts here, okay? So we didn't get our spec hit. It's okay though. So right here we're gonna try to... Oh no. This isn't going our way so far, guys. You're supposed to hit that thing with a little magic attack, and it's supposed to one-shot it. I think I used to click the ground first before trying my magic attack, so that way it eliminates the delay that's there. Okay, here we go, here we go. This is what we should have done last time. We're pros now. Alright, easy. I'm just gonna turn my run off so I don't have to keep doing that every time. Now here I'm gonna click the ground and then use my Crumble Undead spell. It reacted much quicker that time. There's my pro tip. Click the ground. For the Crumble Undead thing. I think it's like an undead spider or something like that. What you want to do here is make sure you don't have your run on, so that way you can just slowly walk away from the magic attack. If you have your run on, essentially it just gets all sorts of chaotic and it throws the timing off, so it's better just to slow walk it. I don't think I've ever gone through this much food in one Vorkath fight. We'll get the hang of it again though. Okay, so now that we've got most of his health down, we're going to switch to our diamond enchanted bolts instead of the ruby, because the diamond ones have, I believe, a higher accuracy rate. So that's why we want to use those once we get the bulk of his health down. There we go. Hey, I'm A. Thanks for joining the chat. How you doing today? I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you didn't see the first 3 seconds though. I poked Vorkath and then I forgot about his special attack and he wiped me out real quick. Oh, sick, Slayer. What Slayer assignment do you have? I've got a Cerberus task we started last week. I hadn't fought that thing in a long time, so I got a few kills in. Hopefully I'll do another stream at some point this week, and we'll show it now that I'm a bit more proficient at it, you know? Greater demons. Oh yeah, definitely. I love when you get the gargoyle task. Do you actually kill the gargoyles, or do you go to the boss, like the grotesque gargoyles? Because I've been chasing that pet for a long time and I haven't gotten the task, so that'll be on my list too. I'm gonna poke this guy again. Alright, we got him with our spec that time. Okay. Cool, so the gargoyles I really like because they're a good money maker and it's a pretty chill fight. And then once you get comfortable with that though, there's the grotesque guardians. So there's like a boy and a girl, there's like two of them that you fight at the same time. And they alternate throughout the fight, so it's like you fight the male for a bit, then you fight the female. And then eventually, you know, like, I forget what they drop exactly. I think it's a lot of the same stuff that the gargoyles drop. Oops. Wasn't really paying attention there. But anyway, the pet's pretty cool, and you can switch it between like its orange form and the purple form, so that's the real reason why I want it. I just wasn't paying attention that time, but I'm excited about the gargoyles now, you know? Forget Vorkath. Tazars and worms. Nice. I just did a Burrows run last night. About a week ago, I was in the fight caves, and I got the pet from trading in my fire cape at the end. I finally got the Jad pet, so that was pretty sick. It seems like we're in a lot of the same stuff, man. If you want to follow my channel, I'd certainly love to have you part of the family here. Let's see. I'm just going to teleport back to... Well, I guess actually before we go all the way back, we might want to just grab some more food. I'll pick up my gear and then we'll get some food and we'll kind of just start fresh again. Yeah, dude, there's a learning curve for sure. I mean, with any fight that takes 60 minutes, there's a high likelihood you're going to die a couple times, right? So, I certainly did. I like to use the long rock strategy where you try to hide from the meleeer so that way you can safe spot it. So, if you haven't been looking into that, I'm sure you have, but that might be something you want to give a shot or give a try at next. I meant to do collect here, but I hit travel instead. Let's get all of our stuff back. Yeah, let's, we're gonna go back to the bank real quick. I'm just gonna fill up my inventory. And then we'll start all this again, okay? Even when you die at Vorkath, it's pretty low stress here. I don't mind it because it's so easy to get back there and to get your stuff, so we're gonna make it a fun stream. Alright, now we're gonna go back to our house. You're gonna get it, Eighth. Believe in yourself. What's really aggravating though is I was also trying to do the Inferno challenge, or the Inferno fight, and essentially I tried it I think 100 times and I've still not beaten the thing, and it takes about an hour, at least for me, each time that I do it. So that's some crazy time to put into this game where you haven't even gotten a win yet, so I feel your pain. Whether it's the fight caves or the Inferno arena, it's like both of them can be like super exhausting and kind of aggravating if you're not cracking the code. Okay, cool. So for the fight caves, you're already using the safe spot. That's awesome. Alright guys, I was just messing around before. Now we're really gonna kill Vorkath, okay? It's gonna be great. Yeah, definitely. I remember when I was starting out at the fight caves, I would always run out of like my prayer potions and stuff, and I was kind of like, how does anybody ever do this? But now, like after I got used to prayer flicking and stuff like that, that turned out to be real helpful. And also, you know, just trying to get some of the rangers out of the way in the beginning phases. So that way you can just kind of safe spot the other ones without your prayer on. All those little things add up over the course of the fight, so I'm sure you'll get it. far did I get in the Inferno? Jeez. Great question. I forget how many waves there are now, because I kind of took a pause from it because I got so frustrated. Let's just say there's 60 waves. I forget the exact number. I was, I think, 3 from the end. Like when the Jads, I think it is, start to come out. I got to the point where I was in the, I think there's like 3 of them that come out at once. And I was already out of all my supplies, so like pretty much as soon as I got there, I was dead. And that's the furthest I ever made it. So most of the way though, like in all seriousness, it was like I almost completed the Inferno, but I've never actually gotten to the final boss fight, so that part stinks. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Try to suppress those memories, you know? Hey, we got a Vorkath kill, guys. Look, you can see all the stuff that dropped here. This is why they call Vorkath one of the best money makers in the game. So 1 kill here, it looks like we got about 100k. So that's cool. So 8th, if you're looking for money, if you haven't killed Vorkath yet, maybe this is what you do next, you know? Then you can buy more potions for the fight cave. Alright, I'm just gonna poke this guy again. Alright, we hit him with our spec that time, that's cool. Whenever he shoots that pink smoke attack at us, or whatever it is, it's almost like an acid breath attack, he shuts off whatever prayer we were using. So that's why you'll see whenever I see the pink coming our way, I make sure I'm on my prayer screen so I can reactivate that. Okay. Oh yeah, 8th, you're right, you do need to complete Dragon Slayer 2 to get here. So I'm not sure how far along in the game you are, but you would have to make sure you've got all the other stats and stuff to complete that quest before you can come here. Let me know too if there's a certain boss that you've been trying to fight that you haven't been able to fully beat. Let me know if you want me to try streaming one for you. I'll try to show you the mechanics and hopefully it will make it a little bit easier for you. Because that little creature thing is an undead, it's like a zombie spider looking thing, I do have to use my Crumble Undead spell in order to kill it. So that's why you'll see me use that magic attack whenever Vorkath calls it out. It's the only way for me to take it down, just in case you were curious. When I'm doing this walk back and forth, I can't really stop to shoot him, so that's when I try to sip on my potions and I'll eat my food and all that. So that way, once the his like rapid attack is over, I can get right back into the fight. Another little strategy, if you're not already using that here. There's that pink attack, so I gotta reactivate the magic or my prayer. Alright, look at that stack. We got a Vorkath's head. We've got some dragon hide. We've got some magic logs, dragon stone. Good stuff. I'm gonna use my rejuvenation well thing, pool, in order to fill up all my stats, and then we're gonna grab some more fish. We'll go back and do it again. Hey, thanks, Eighth. I'm glad the commentary's helping, you know? Sometimes I feel like I'm saying too much, but I just know if you haven't had a chance to fight this boss before, it's like it can be so overwhelming, so glad it's helpful here. Gonna dump all this loot in my inventory. We'll sell it at the bank later. Or, not at the bank, at the Grand Exchange later. Alright. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. That's awesome. Sick. I've been really trying to get up to like 20 followers this week. It's been a bit of a grind since I'm brand new to streaming, so I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And just for that, since this is now a special occasion for us both, I actually got the Vorkath pet 3 or 4 months ago. I had been chasing this thing forever, and all I ever do on the streams is talk about hunting pets. So I figured now's a good time that we can pull this bad boy out. I can show you guys that it's really real. You can get the pet eventually. And let's have him fight with us here. What's the worst that could happen, right? Let's go take him back to his dad. Alright. So we've got our fish, we've got our pet to make it unnecessarily risky. And let's see how it goes. The Brutus pet, I had never completed the Brutus quest after they put that in. What was it, like half a year ago or something like that? I went back about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I stood there and I fought Brutus like 100 times. Maybe 300, I don't remember. But I ended up getting the pet finally. So that's another one I could show you too, but it's pretty cool. Like at least that's more of an entry level fight, you know, where you don't have to sweat too much in order to get through it, you know? Oh, I just saw your comment. So you don't have any pets yet, Eighth? We're gonna work on that for you, okay? We've got a new side quest as part of the stream. We're gonna get you a pet. My very first pet was the... what is it, that yellow kraken thing, like the octopus? I had a few slayer tasks, I think, to kill the kraken. And you pretty much use your magic staff and stand there on the dock and like shoot it like 100 times and eventually it dies. But it's a pretty chill fight there, and I ended up getting the Kraken pet. I couldn't believe it, you know. Alright, let's go poke Vorkath again. Hey look, your kid's here. Alright, we didn't land with our spec that time, but that's okay. We're just gonna do our thing regardless. You can see that I pray magic for the duration of the fight here. Even though Vorkath can switch between magic and range, he tends to use his magic a little bit more, and it does a bit more damage than the range attack does. To turn my runoff there. So it's up to you how you approach it. Sorry, I almost got myself killed talking about that. I did get killed. That's funny. I'm gonna have to pay like 1,000,000 coins to go get that Vorkath pet back now. That's okay. Anyway, what I was trying to say is the magic attack usually does more damage and all that, so that's why I protect from it. But you will get hit by the range attack as well. So it's no big deal. You just have to make sure you've got your food with you so that way you can heal yourself whenever that happens. That Vorkath pet show was short-lived, wasn't it? There's a way you can get your pet back, though. That's why I'm not too worried about it. I think it's called Probita. I don't know. She lives in some town. I forget how to get there right now. I'll have to look it up later. But you can go up to her and pay her like 1,000,000 coins, and then she'll give you your Vorkath pet back. So it's a kick in the gut or whatever, because obviously I'll lose some money doing it, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah, the Vorkath pet is cursed. We're bringing Brutus next time. Let's collect our stuff again. But yeah, Eighth, like you were saying earlier, like, the main reason I want to do this is because I feel like I struggled with so much of this content along the way. It's kind of like, if I can help other people get through it quicker and get over that learning curve, like, that's a cool thing. You know, so I'm not really too worried about getting all the best drops here and actually beating the thing every time. It's kind of like the fact that we're having a conversation and hopefully other people will get better at this because they watch this. That's like what it's all about, you know? The kills are nice, don't get me wrong. I do want the money, but if I don't get it, it's not the end of the world. Let's try it again. Poke. So you can see what I did there in the beginning as I shut my runoff. That's what I forgot to do last time, and that's why once he started to do his rapid attack, I just had my timing all off and my steps were out of sync and I ended up getting myself killed. So if you shut your runoff as soon as you poke Vorkath, so that way you don't have to do it later, one less thing to worry about is usually helpful. That big orange attack that he does, make sure you walk away from that. It has like a 3x3 tile blast radius, which means you can't just step one tile away, but you've got to step 2 tiles away from wherever it's going to land. And I think it can hit up to like 85 or 90 or something, so it could very easily one-hit you and kill you. So just whatever you do, don't stand underneath it. You've got to make sure you walk away from that. I'll show you again when it pops up. Right here, we want to walk 2 tiles away, and as long as we do that, no damage. finish the fight, so we're gonna give it a shot. We're not afraid, right? Now I'm a little bit afraid, but we're gonna hang in there. We've got no food left right now, so let's see. We're hoping that he keeps throwing those blue attacks at us. Because that's the magic one, so that's what we're protecting against. We may have to telly out of here, though. We've only got 36 health, he's got 116, so if we get hit again, we're gonna have to telly out, and we'll come back and do it again. He's at 50 health. Hey, we did it, guys. Sick. Alright, we got about 130k there. That's a good drop. Sweet. Let's go back to the bank. We'll deposit this stuff. We'll get some more fish, and then we'll get back to it. I think too, I might need to put on my Dragonfire shield. That might actually help me a little bit more. I'm not positive, but we're gonna throw it on just because why not, you know? Alright, so now I'm gonna go back to my house. Thank you for believing. I appreciate you guys hanging in the stream. You knew eventually I'd get a kill. The funny thing is, if you look at my chat record here, that was my 784th kill. You would think that after doing this that many times I wouldn't be dying so much, but all of those kills were from at least a year ago though, so that's why I'm very much out of practice with it. And then also kind of talking while you're doing it, you know, you tend to misclick and stuff like that, so it's all good. We're making it work, right? Oh, I forgot my Brutus pet again. I meant to pull it out there. Let's take a vote. Should we go back for Brutus, or should we just carry on? You get those hellhounds. Brutus after this run. Alright. Good plan, good plan. You gotta remind me while I'm at the bank. That's like the third time I forgot to grab it now. Alright, we'll pull out the Warhammer. We've got to poke Vorkath to wake him up. Then once he does, we're gonna use our Warhammer special to try to weaken him. And we got him. And now we switch to our Dragon Hunter bow. Take him down. This black potion that I have here is anti-venom. Oh no, I forgot to turn my run off again. But the black potion I have is anti-venom. You'll see when he shoots that dark green spit attack at me, that usually inflicts poison. So that's why I need to make sure that you've got the anti-venom in order to kill the effects from that. For this, step 2 tiles away. Now that I just took the anti-venom, that green attack didn't bother me. got 83 attack, eh? That's sick, man. Congrats. You got this. Those hellhounds won't stand a chance against you. We'll be lining up together to kill Cerberus now. This has been a much smoother run, guys. At least I feel that way. I did just switch to those diamond bolts, the enchanted ones that I use. I used the ruby ones in the beginning because there's a chance you could get a 100 hit on him with those, with their special effect. But then once I get him down below 300, that's when I pull out the diamond ones. They're fairly expensive, but it helps the fight progress a lot quicker, so I definitely recommend it. Alright, this is the home stretch now. Are you protecting from melee when you fight the hellhounds? Because you should be able to avoid a lot of their damage, right? I know it's kind of annoying that you have to use all that money on prayer pots and stuff, but if you want to protect from melee while you're fighting them, it might at least allow you to stay there longer, you know? Instead of just tanking their hits and stuff. That was about 130k we got from that kill, by the way, so... Yeah, I hear you, man. Cool. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what you were doing. Like, it kind of pains me when you have to sit there and you just keep chugging prayer pots, because it's like, what, like 8,500 coins for one vial? So I don't blame you for going the fish route. Nice. Well, that's good, man. Every time you see some of your levels go up, I know it's exciting, so keep doing what you're doing. I got too close to him that time and he slapped me. I guess that's good that we showed that here. You don't want to get too close to him when you're fighting, or else he'll switch into like a melee attack style. And I wasn't really ready for that. You know, obviously we're not dressed for it or anything, so... I think he hit me for like 40 hit points or something. There's that special attack I was telling you about, with a special effect from the ruby bolts. So I just hit him for 100 damage, so that's pretty sweet. There's another one. So you can see a good chunk of his health drops whenever that special effect kicks in. So it's a beautiful thing. You can't really predict where those green acid splotches are gonna go. Like that time I just happened to walk right into two of them because they fell in front of me. The best you can do is, like, once you see where they are on the map, then try to walk around them. But when they first fall, it's kind of like, it is what it is, you know? He's got 80 health left. We've got 61, so this is kind of sketchy again, but hopefully we can get another win. Right here you'll see that about 2 tiles away from the green splotch, I'm already clicking to go back in the other direction, because it does take the game those 2 seconds or so in order to actually switch your character position. So that's why, like, when you're in a confined area like that, you can't wait until you're on the last tile before you turn around. Hopefully that makes sense. And we just got another 100k there. We can almost pay to get our Vorkath pet back. What are some other high profit bosses? So Vorkath is probably near the top of the list in terms of, like, you know, like higher tier things, but, you know, minimum gear requirements, because really you can walk in with, you know, any bow and any gear to take down Vorkath. Zulrah is the snake thing. It's got a few different versions, and like it keeps popping up on different sides of the map, so you have to keep switching your gear in order to fight it. I'd say that's another one. And then also, if you've ever checked out a raid before, raids can be pretty profitable too, but there's a lot more mechanics that go into it, so there might be a steeper learning curve for that. I would say Vorkath though. I mean, this one is probably the most profitable, where you can normally, like, sometimes you can get like 6 kills in a trip if you're doing it really proficiently. That just really hasn't been me today, but it is possible. Barrows is cool too. Barrows, I actually just started. I was doing a Barrows run last night, and I think it was like my 40th time completing the thing. But yeah, I've never actually gotten like a really good drop from Barrows, so I'm not yet a believer. But I know there is a lot of that stuff that you can get for like, what, 100k or 200k or whatever, so I'm sure even better than that, but I've just not been that lucky so far. I'm gonna fill up with anglerfish this time so we can hang out there a little bit longer. And we've also got our beef pet here. For a little bit extra support. Here's what baby Brutus looks like. Oh, the axe is 2 mil. I didn't realize that. Sweet. Hopefully we'll get the axe next time then. Alright. We're going to use my rejuvenation pool to heal our stats again, and then we'll walk out our door. I happen to have my house portal location right here, not too far from where you go to get to Vorkath, so that's convenient. This will probably be our last trip for the stream, just to give you guys a heads up, so hopefully we don't get our beef pet killed, and then we'll get some good drops to wrap it up. Thanks again for being here, guys. I appreciate the follow earlier. If anybody else isn't yet following my page, if you wouldn't mind liking my video and giving me a follow, that would be super appreciated. Wow, you got full 4 Torag sets? Wow, I've got a long ways to go. I gotta catch up to you. I just haven't given it a fair shot, I guess, you know, but now that I'm streaming here, I'll have to start doing that. Almost got taken out by that fireball there. Got out of the way just in time. how fearless our Brutus pet is. He's loving it here. This guy's not so bad. We've got the mechanics down now. I believe it is predictable too in terms of when he would do his special attacks. I forget if it's like 6 or 8 attacks and then he does one of his specials, but if you check out one of the wiki pages it should tell you that, so that's another way that you can get yourself more comfortable with what's about to happen, you know. We're so much more confident now that we have Brutus here. I am going to switch to my diamond bolts now. It's too bad we can't give Brutus a bow. Imagine if we had actual help in here doing this. We'll have to talk to Jagex. He's getting blasted by fire bombs. Poor Brutus. Little did we know he's the toughest of us all. Yeah, a little turret on him. That'd be sick. The sharks have laser beams. I don't know if you ever saw Austin Powers. That movie goes way back. We're getting some unlucky range shots here. He just keeps using that over and over again. He's really wiping down our health. There's actually a drop from here that I don't have, which I was hoping we'd see someday. Let me pull it up real quick. If you go into the collections log, I've never gotten a skeletal visage. I think it's worth it, like, what, 30 mil or 50 mil or something good. It's pretty crazy. But I've never gotten that nor the Jar of Decay here, so that's what I'm secretly hoping for. That's awesome. I'm so glad you got the Austin Powers reference. I was like, this is either going to really land or not at all, you know? We don't have much food here. We've only got 3 fish to start off the fight, so we're gonna do our best with it. If it looks like we're definitely gonna die, I'm probably gonna have to teleport out, but we'll give it a shot, okay? We're gonna believe that we'll get it done. We just got our spec attack with the Warhammer, so we've got a fighting chance. Yeah, that Jar of Decay, it is for our player-owned house. I think you can create like a display of some of the monsters you fought. So you can't sell that item, but you can definitely use it in your house. It's like one of those respect kind of things. So far, so good. We only got one fish left, but he hasn't really taken too much damage from us yet. As long as he doesn't throw that spike ball, we can pretty much survive everything else. It's just the spike ball, like this thing, does straight damage to me, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's going down pretty quick though. It's gonna be another close one. He's got 37 health. He's looking pretty good. Alright, it's a shootout now. We got it. Sick. Alright, there's another, looks like about 100k, so you can see the average kill here is about 100k, so definitely worth learning the mechanics, and I would say completing that quest to get here. But thank you. Do I think the shield helps? To be honest, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it does though, because I think if you use the, what's it called here? This extended super anti-fire potion, that helps protect from some of his magic. It blocks it like 30% or so. And then when I use my protect from magic spell, that blocks most of what's remaining. But I'm pretty sure it's not until you equip the shield that you actually block 100% of it. So I'm pretty confident that you do want that Dragonfire shield on in order to be completely invincible from magic. I think if there's one thing we proved here today is that we're stronger with Brutus, so this is going to be a new tradition of ours that when we fight Vorkath, Brutus is coming. So guys, thanks so much for watching here. You know, I appreciate the follows and I appreciate the likes, so 8th, I'm going to shoot you a message here. Well, let's try to meet up. I'll try to show you where Dagonoth is, okay? We'll meet up quick in the game if you want to add me. I just plugged my username in there if you want to add me, and then we'll meet up. I'll take you to Dagonoth, and then hopefully for the next stream I'll catch you guys, okay? Thanks so much. I'll catch you later.